Alright, we are back on the good ship Obra Dinn. It's been a few days for me, but I have been looking back at the footage as I've been preparing the first couple of episodes, and oh boy, we have some information. I was slow on the uptake with some things, and I think we can put some faces to some names. So let's go ahead and just get that out of the way as quickly as possible. So, where do I want to start? Let's think. We are going to go to... Let's go to the Doom. I want to actually look at all the people who disappeared, because some of them we know, I think. Apparently we can identify this guy. This one I don't know. I think this is process of elimination, because he's a topman. But I'm not 100% sure on how to do that. So, okay. This guy. We saw him fall over. We don't know his name, though. But he definitely fell overboard. We can fill that in. So, almost certainly dead, because there was a kraken in the water. I'm pretty sure this guy, maybe this guy too, and one other guy were on the lifeboat. So, you'll remember... we can actually flip back to part 1, I believe it was. Lars Linda. So the dude was like, hey, you Dane, you killed my friend, and then the other people on the boat were like, it was an accident, it was just a rigging accident, I saw it all. He was like, whatever, and then he clubbed him, and then they left. They went on the lifeboat and tried to leave. I don't know why they were leaving on the lifeboat. Maybe they were trying to just abandon ship. But, yeah, they are dead. The Kraken got them. You could see off the side of the boat. I noticed the rowboat. For some reason, I didn't notice the 3 people falling down into the Kraken-infested water. So here's the question. What does that count as? Let's see. Would it be drowned? Would it be fell? Fell overboard? Fell overboard might work. I think that if I put fell overboard, it'll probably be at least good enough for me to know kind of where we're at when I come back. There's one other guy, too. Fell overboard. And I think it was this guy? Oops, I shouldn't have done first memory. Brought us all the way back to Soldiers at the Sea. Oops, too far. Let's see. Yep, it was him. So he very likely also fell to his death. Very good. Okay, so we filled in some fates there, but we don't exactly have names. But we can do better than that. So, this guy we said fell overboard to his death. I don't remember seeing him. I think we saw him out of a window, actually, like as he was falling after the cannon went off. We might be able to figure out who blasted that cannon, though. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is not this guy, but this guy. I'm pretty sure if we can get a name on him, then he's the person who shot him, right? Mr. Wolf, the Austrian gunner. Also, I've been saying that... we need to fill in him too, but I've been saying that the gunners were the people who fired in the firing line during the execution and murder, but that's not true. There's actually only one gunner and a gunner's mate, and so I guess they're in charge of operating the cannons, and they kind of direct the crew in operating the cannons, but everybody takes a part in that. So there isn't multiple gunners. This guy, I am almost certain that this is Peter, I think his name was. Because in Escape, go back over here. And I kind of want to go back and confirm this. Maybe we will do that. Maybe we'll go take a look. Where is he? Sorry, no, it's not him. Not him either. This guy. So he was the guy who got knifed and crawled away, and William found him. And we'll look at the transcript here, and he says, tell Pete's mother I tried my best to pull him back to save him. Right? Now, let's go... This is him. We'll go take a quick look. I'm not going to stay here long because I don't want to be bogged down. We'll skip all this. But look at this. Same guy. Same guy. He has the rope. He's trying to pull him back. But the tentacle has him. And the powder keg, I believe it was, got thrown and went off. And he died in the explosion. So he tried. He tried to pull this guy back. I think that's Peter. Or Pete, as he was known. So let's fill that in. Where is a Peter? And not one of the Peter's brothers. That's an important distinction. A Peter Milroy, midshipman. There we go. That's 6. I just got the achievement. 3 more fates correct. That's him. That's the captain. We're pretty certain of that. And... that's Brennan! Okay, we got him. Okay. Feels good. That is 1/10 of the game done. Oh man, we have some work cut out for us, eh? Alright. Did we have anything else? I'm sure. I'm sure we did. I'm glad this was right. That was a little bit of a stretch compared to some of the other easier ones. Apparently we can figure out who these women are. I believe that. I really believe that. So let's look at the passenger list. Right? Because here's the thing. We don't have that many women on board. We have an Emily Jackson, a Miss Jane Bird. And then, let me double check, make sure there is actually only 3 passengers. Or 3 women on board. It would be here where we would check, right? So there's the 3 Western women. And yes, there's only 1 woman from the East. And this is Miss Lim. We got her name. But there was so much going on in that scene that my brain stopped working. So maybe we can fill her in. She didn't die, but... oh, interesting. We don't have a conclusion for murder? So she must show up later. But what I think we can do is I think we can go to the sketches and actually... yeah, we can fill in names here without having their chapter where they died or a conclusion where they disappeared. So this is Miss Lim. Is that right? Lim Lim? And I did a little bit, not enough, geography research. I still don't know where Sierra Leone is and where New Guinea is. But I found out the reason I don't know what Formosa is because it doesn't exist anymore. It used to be what Taiwan was called. And so they were speaking Chinese. I was right on that. I was really afraid that I just, horribly got wrong the language that they were speaking and made myself out to be ignorant. But no, I was right. It was Chinese. They're Taiwanese. Formosa is Taiwan. I like Formosa, though. It's cooler, just in my opinion. So this is Miss Lim. We got her. That leaves 2 more women. And based on their names, I think the older woman would be called Miss Jane Bird, right? I really think that this would be Emily Jackson. I think this would be Miss Jane Bird, right? I would love some harder confirmation on that, but I'm going to fill it in. I don't see why not. And I believe they went missing, in quotations. Hold on, let's get out of here. It's incredibly loud. We don't need to do any more over there. Oh, wait. There was one other thing. I wanted to make sure that that dude did in fact fall overboard. Did I label that already? Let's see. The Doom. I think I did. I think I got everybody in the conclusion of Doom already. Yep, already got that. Okay. Him. I didn't know what was happening to him. which I feel quite silly about now, because if you look at this image, it's not the highest quality, but he's missing an arm. I was like, how did he die? I don't understand. I see blood, or those scratches. He's missing an arm. He got pulled apart. So that helps me a little bit with his fate. He would have been torn apart by a beast, presumably, because this is immediately after the Doom. They just finished fighting off the Kraken. I think that's pretty good. Let's see. You, Paul Moss, were killed in the escape. And I want to go back to his body. Because there is one more very important observation I've made. I believe this is Paul Moss and this is the other guy. I don't know which one will be better here. Actually, this one might be better. Probably gives a better downward view into the lifeboat, and that's the most important thing. Because I think I figured out... Skip all that.
Let them go.
Just let that audio finish. It's a little distracting. Thank you. Okay. So, if you look down here, we have this guy, right? It's the 2 women on board and this one man. And I noticed something very interesting. Look at the case behind him. It's hard to focus in without accidentally highlighting one of the other characters. But that looks exactly like the case that we were given at the very beginning of the game, which contained the book that we've been filling entries into, and our Memento Mortem pocket watch that's been allowing us to see the deaths of all these people. I think that that means that this man right here, if I can focus in on him again, is Henry Evans. I think that's our employer right there. I'm not willing to put his name down for it, but I do think that's him. Actually, you know what? I am willing if and only if his name is, or his face is unblurred. Let's look. He is right here. Ah, that's not enough. The game says no, not enough. That's too much of a leap. You don't know his name yet, based on the limited information you have. Fair enough. Apparently we can figure out this guy. Don't know how. Maybe he's a topman. I feel like there should be a process of elimination already for the topman. And we know he's one of the Peters brothers. I don't know how we would figure out which one, though. I really don't know. Apparently we can figure out their names. I find that interesting. They're both topmen, and they're both not Chinese, which does narrow things down somewhat, but I don't know. We have all of the women that were on board labeled now. Ah, here we go. I think this is the last thing. We'll continue as soon as we get this figured out. But I think the very last thing we looked at, not the very last thing, it was part of Murder. I think it was the beginning of Murder. Nuncio here called out to Signor Nichols, the second mate. And I didn't realize he was that high ranking, but it was definitely him. I don't know if he was knifed. It was very hard to see. But yeah, we know for a fact, and I'm pretty sure that's him right there. Let's go to Murder and just make sure that's the right face. There you have it right there. That is Edward Nichols' second mate. Okay. And there's going to be more on them, I'm sure of it. So I think that's all of the information we can fill in. I don't know if I've forgotten something, because that was, as you saw, a lot to get together. How do I get out of here? Right there. Okay. Now it's time to remember what we were doing. And we had gotten pretty far. So I remember we were in the Soldiers of the Sea chapter. And we now have the cargo hold open, right? How do we get down there? Okay, we have this open. Excellent. Here's the Orlop deck down here. A ton of bodies. I don't think we've done this yet. We haven't done the cow skull, or the bull skull. I don't know what animal that is. Exactly. We also have the cargo hold down here. And we had a body here, right? Behind the stairs. And by a body, I mean one leg. I don't know where that's going to take us. And also, wasn't there a barrel that had a body inside of it somewhere? I don't remember where that is. but I remember seeing it and being kind of horrified by it. Oh, yeah, there's that. I completely forgot about that. Oh, no. Oh, God. Alright, you know what, that's probably a continuation of Soldiers of the Sea. There's the barrel with the body inside. I don't remember there being any other bottles whatsoever. And let's look at Soldiers of the Sea, actually, and see if we're missing any parts to that story, to that chapter. I've gone to... What am I doing? Where's the chapters? There it is. Soldiers of the Sea. Or... Actually, you can see... So we don't have X's or dashes down here. Which makes me think... we're not quite done here. On the cargo deck. On the cargo deck. Not in whatever room that was. So it must be this body over here. Because this is like the open cargo deck area, right? Let's finish Soldiers of the Sea. Let's do it. I'm excited. I'm also scared.
Keep pressure here.
Hold him down. What madness is this? 20 years my steward, and never a doubt on your sanity. Explain yourself.
Those ungodly beasts carry a curse! Throw them back or doom us all!
Tie him up and put him in the lazarette with those things. He may yet find his senses.
Come on. All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his leg?
Oh. Oh no. Oh, what? So his leg got all kinds of torn up. Is this the captain? I think it is. Yeah, there's Robert. Here's our bosun. We got a name John. Was that in response to the person who was not speaking English? Who is this guy? He's completely new. And what's happening to him? What's going on here? This guy again. He disappears in the Doom, I believe. There's William. And who's our guy? Oh, he's one of the firing line members. Very interesting. Who are these people? We believe him to be Henry Evans. And he's over a wounded body while they're not in a fight. That's giving me a lot of hints. I mean, I'm just saying, man. I think we really got it with that case behind him. Unholy captives. Okay, so we've actually gone into a new chapter here. And this was before... This was before Soldiers of the Sea. Apparently we can identify him. He might have been John, for all I know. It seemed like he bled to death or something. They were talking about a curse, so maybe he was poisoned. It's actually not super clear what happened to him. I think we need more info before we can say anything about him. Let's look at this transcript. He didn't say anything, the person who died, because he seemed to be really out of it. Keep pressure here, hold him down, what madness is this? 20 years my steward, and never a doubt on your sanity. Explain yourself. Those ungodly beasts carry a curse, throw them back or doom us all. That was not the person who sounded authoritative. Tie him up and put him in the lazarette with those things. He may yet find his senses. Come on. Someone who doesn't speak English says, you fools, but that's not Chinese. What language could that possibly be? I don't know. I really don't. And when I think about it, I mean, that doesn't look like any kind of German that I know. So that rules out Austrian. It didn't sound like Indian at all. Maybe Persian. It's kind of what I'm leaning towards. Or maybe Russian, but it didn't sound very Russian to me either. I don't know. All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his leg? I don't know. I just don't. Looking around. There's another body here. Is he dead? Did I miss something? Blood trail here. Looks like it might be leading up to here. Oh, sorry, wait, we could have gone up. Oh, hold on. Here we go. You got spiked in Soldiers of the Sea, right? You got pinned against the wall. This guy... That's the artist. Okay. And who we believe to be Martin before. He is not Martin. That's another thing we can fill in. We'll do that after looking around and getting all the faces, as to not interrupt ourselves, but... Martin is the other guy. He's the really tall guy. I don't remember you exactly. I do remember you kind of standing off to the side, but you haven't been very important yet. You... Yeah, we don't know you. We really don't know you. But we've seen you around, so I don't know what happened to you. You get crushed by a cannon. Cow. That's weirding me out. What is happening here? Whoa, hold on. It's this thing. It's the thing that has the jewel in it. What are they doing? They weren't carrying it. It wasn't part of the original cargo, was it? They found it. Where are they? Sorry, we've already seen them. This is Martin right here. And actually, since he's right here, so conveniently, put a name on him, yeah? There we go. Don't know what happened to him, but he sure is here. And he was there in the Doom, and I didn't see him in Escape or The End, so what happened to him in Bargain? Here's another question. This is our body, I bet. Who is it? One of the guys sitting there. I don't think he's been in any of it, any of the other memories. Right, we already looked at you. Who's carrying this? This guy who got blasted overboard. Lars, or Dane, and you. Oh wait, yeah. You're the guy who saw Lars die. I remember. He was the one who was like, "Oh shit!" when the dude clubbed him. All right, so that's our body, right? Yes. Let's grab him. But I don't want to continue this line. We'll release the spirit and let it do its thing. But that was not the resolution of Soldiers of the Sea, and that's what I want to see. And if I have to choose between the barrel and clearly one of the monsters that they were fighting, I'm going to choose this guy. As much as I hate to be in the same room as him. Do we have to wait for the... Do we have to follow the detective smoke up to the body? Probably. Alright, go on then. We remember where it is. It's right here. Right about here. And... Splorn. There he is. Alright, now that that's done. Let's get back to business with Soldiers of the Sea, if that's what this is.
Now, take it slow.
What's it, gentlemen? There's a free shell here. Let's have a look.
No, get back.
Oh!